The fact of the matter is, whether you've been in network marketing for years or just a few days, your family and friends have seen your opportunity and your phone is, as we call it, burnt. If you're anything like me, that's a scary thought. So the big question is, how do entrepreneurs like us, who love the network marketing profession, who no longer want to be that guy, and are tired of convincing people during uncomfortable let's get coffee meetings where they say, what's this all about? How do we market in a way that aligns us with our dream clients and expands our network of upfront and transparent professionals, allowing us to get our time back, our families back, and gain a real passive asset? People like us who value impact over income, we deserve to see our visions once and for all. Join me in this podcast where we'll uncover just how to do that. My name is Eric Sablon. Welcome to Burnt Phone Marketing. What's going on, guys? Eric Sablon here with Burnt Phone Marketing, and I'm so honored to have two of my really good friends on the show today, Tony and Sarah Zolecki. They're multiple seven-figure a year earners in network marketing. They have a great family, renowned speakers, social media experts. They have everything going on. They're one of the top earners in their company. Please welcome to the show, Sarah and Tony Zolecki.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Thanks for having us on. We're super excited to be on today.
Yeah, pumped to be here with you, man, and everybody else.
Of course. Appreciate you guys taking the time out today. So a lot of times I just kind of want to give the audience a little bit of your backstory and, you know, where you guys came from and a little bit about the Zoleckis.
Do you have a day? No, I'm just kidding. No, we live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've got two little kids. We have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. We live a full life like most of us, right? We are entrepreneurs at heart. We're not afraid to say we're workaholics. We work hard, but we also play hard too. And we've been in this amazing profession of network marketing 20 years. Our first, several years in the business struggled, made some money here and there, but just didn't really, we were still trying to find our way, right? We're still kind of what I call getting our legs right in the business. And, went through challenges like any entrepreneur, just like any other business of, good days and bad days and having to learn the skills of this business. And, many times wanted to quit. I always share with people that if you haven't wanted to quit yet, you're not really building your business. I think about, I've probably wanted to quit my business a couple hundred times over the last 20 years. But that's the reality of it. And I also joke around with people too, that I've also, fired myself a couple hundred times and rehired myself a couple hundred times as well. That's the beauty of having your own business, right? You can can yourself and then bring yourself back. But I wouldn't trade this for the world. I think it's, nowadays it's so important to have leverage. I think a lot of people don't even understand that there is an opportunity to have leverage. And it's being smart enough to realize that you need to have multiple streams of income, whatever that may be. It's so important. And it's that education and educating people on why having a home-based business is important, the benefits of having one, but also too, helping them manage the expectations of running a real business as well,
Yep. And I grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I was introduced to network marketing by my sister, and she had called my mom and I to come take a look at the business in an office environment back in 1993. And I seen
not to date yourself or anything.
Yeah. And I remember looking at network marketing with my mom, and we were like, man, this is pretty awesome. And we decided to all join that evening as a family. So my older sister, Deanna, my mom, and myself. And we worked that business hard for 6-7 years. And then that company went out of business. And then I was in New York City at the time. So I just took all my network marketing skills and training and development and went to corporate America and Wall Street and, picked a new career path and did that for years, and then got back into the profession in 2005 because I have a saying, once you're bit by the bug of network marketing, it's always in your blood. And, the corporate world was great and it was fun, but you know what? There's nothing like network marketing and, controlling and running your own thing. And got back in 2005, and that's where I met Sarah. And we got married that year, and we joined forces, and built a business for, 8.5 years with that company. And now, gosh, we just celebrated 14 years of marriage. So I love the profession for all the things you hear about, leverage and being your own boss and, having unlimited income potential. But I really love it because I met my beautiful wife today, from that profession. And, we have these great kids and family and just an amazing life we live today.
Yeah, one thing when I first got involved, I noticed that, and this is a testament to the whole situation. I would never have met people like you, people like Justin Prince, if I wasn't in network marketing. And a lot of times people need to set the money aside and say, you know what, I'm growing as a person and I'm becoming better. And I like what you said, Tony, is you said you took what you learned from network marketing and applied it to corporate America. A lot of people try to divide it like, oh, I'm doing this for network marketing, I'm doing this. If you can take both and encompass them, it's an amazing growth pattern when you can take both businesses and kind of run them together.
Well, what's interesting that you say that, because there's so many times that people will get involved in network marketing and they do it part-time, right? I'm talking, 5, 10, maybe 15 hours a week in the midst of their careers. But I can't tell you how many people have told me, after they've been involved for a month or even 6 months, or my career is exploding right now. Oh my gosh. And it's because of the skills that they're learning in network marketing that they're applying in their career as well, right? So it's a double whammy, right? Which is great. They're growing a network marketing business, learning those skills, but also those skills that they never learned in corporate America. Once they've learned them and they're applying them in their job, it's unbelievable. So it's really cool to see both of them flourishing. It's awesome.
It is. It's awesome. And that happened with me because I was stagnant in 2013, found network marketing, and my boss actually pulled me aside and says, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing whatever you're doing. And then in the last 4 years, we've really grown our company, and definitely I attest it to the personal development, the trainings, the events, the culture, the things that people bring in network marketing that everybody doesn't really focus on because they're always chasing the dollar. And they're trying to close out the end of the month and they're doing that. But, the person, I don't know what mentor told me this, but they said that your check, you grow as your check grows as you grow. Exactly. It's a testament to, just becoming a better person because you weren't ready for that big check yet.
That's right.
Exactly.
So I want to ask you a little bit about your business. You're in a network marketing business. So what is your business and what is your dream client look like?
So that's kind of a twofold question, right?
Yep.
So our business is a company called Modere. It's an online retail site. It's all about educating people on living clean, right? So we represent an incredible, product line that just has everyday essentials, what I call lifestyle essentials that people use. But if they can use a product that's really safe, high performance, meaning it gets the job done, but also is price competitive, people are looking for a product like that. So our ideal client would be twofold because we have, quite a few people that are consumers, right? So those are people that are looking for clean products for their family, for safer for the environment, for themselves, right? Maybe they're looking to convert their home over into cleaner products. Maybe they're looking for a healthier lifestyle where they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? They're like, I need to do something to start living a cleaner life, right? And they don't know where to start. And, everyone's version of, being clean is different, right? So maybe it's just taking that first initial step and trying a product that they're already currently using, and but it's something that's cleaner, more cost effective, etc. That ultimately is our ideal customer, right? Our ideal consumer. But then also too, we have people that go, hey, listen, I need to make some extra money. right? I need to help pay for daycare. I need to help pay for school supplies. Johnny's now in football. Susie's now in dance, right? I need to pay down credit card debt. So we're also looking for people that are going, hey, I need to make, an extra $200 a month, an extra $500 a month, right? Those type of people that are already on their smartphone, right? They're already on Facebook doing like, love, share, right? I tell people, if you're already doing that and you're not making money from it, you're crazy, right? And so we have an online system that's built in that because we're an online retail brand, people can share out, the business. They can share this with, other people that they know, and build a great part-time income doing it. So A, consumers, right? And then obviously B, people that want to promote the brand as well.
Yeah, I remember when we first met. It's funny how the structure and the message is one voice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's talking about your dream client. So you've been in network marketing for a long time and an entrepreneur for a long time. I just kind of want to ask you, what would you give the audience? What 2 tips would you give the audience on either publishing, so going out there and kind of speaking on Facebook or creating a podcast or, doing any sort of publishing a blog, or marketing? One of the 2 or one of each. What would you give the audience as a tip to help grow and scale their business?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think today, you hear a lot about branding yourself, and no matter what company you're with or whatever you're marketing, brand you. And I will say this is that, we started a blog and, we got a website out there. We started Facebook Lives and live video where we were really consistent with doing 1 a day. And the thing we had to accept and be okay with, which most people never accept this, that's why they start and stop so much, is that you got to be willing and you got to be okay with it to start small and to, just get it going, just get it off the ground. Because, for instance, you start Facebook Lives and, you'll watch them a lot of times and you'll see thousands of views from, these influencers or just anybody in general that maybe have been doing them for a long time, and all these shares and all these comments, and then you start a live and you've got a couple people on it only, or and you're just like, I don't have anything good to say, or man, people don't like me, or they're not listening, or they're not willing to come on my live. And that's not the case. The case is that you're just getting it started. You haven't been consistent, and you got to stick with it. Like, let's talk 12 months from now after you've been doing them every day, or 3, 4, 5 times a week for a year. And then let's see how many views you're getting, how many shares you're getting, how many comments you're getting. So I think one thing Sarah and I had to realize, no matter what we do with, branding ourselves or marketing or, getting it off the ground, we're okay to start small. We look at our results, and every day we look at how can we get better. What are some of the things that we can do to improve what we're doing, whether it be, blogging, whether it be Facebook Lives, whether it be, selling something on our website. And we're always constantly learning. So, I like to always look at people that are getting results, say in a space that we're not really 100% great at, and then just kind of look at how they started, what their, structure looks like, you know what I mean? What they have done and how they continue to do it, right? Because there are some good ones out there, and if you just can kind of model what they've done and put your product or service or your marketing campaign or put your personality on it, it's amazing what you can do in a short window. So be okay with starting small, be consistent, and don't throw the towel in, because here's the thing. People want to throw the towel in so fast because they're like, well, no one will notice, or no one's watching anyways, or no one's reading the blog, or, I don't have any of the followers, or, my email list is nothing. So no one will care, or no one will notice, and I'll be able to just kind of drift away. And that's the wrong thinking, because, what I know is this from our experience, and then I'll let Sarah share, is that, your voice matters. And I don't care if it's to one viewer, if it's to one person reading your blog, if it's the one person watching your live, if it's to that one person on your email list that's opening your email. Your voice matters, and you will build on that as you get better in the business and better in whatever that you're doing. But your voice does matter, and I will tell you that. And whoever tells you it doesn't matter, that's someone that you want to kind of pull away from and not be influenced by anymore, because they don't have your best interest.
Yeah, I actually was listening to something not too long ago, and it talked about polarity and being able to define polarity. And you are going to find the people that dislike you, or like people say, you're haters. If you're too much in the middle, a lot of times you don't have the polarity. I mean, if you look at, I always say, look at Howard Stern, or look at those, those shock jocks. They have raving fans, and then they have raving people that dislike them. So you need to realize that a lot of times that, you're just finding your audience and you're finding your voice. And by being consistent, you find your voice. Russell Brunson says, if you publish for 365 days, your life will be totally different in 365 days. Your bank account, the person you are, the people that you're hanging out with. And I definitely believe that that's a big deal, because I did a 30-day challenge with some really, really good people, and it changed everything. It changed my business. It changed what I do. It changed how I speak. It made me go out to find a Toastmasters class, because I was watching myself and I'm like, I don't like that. So again, always learning. Did you have something to add in there, Sarah?
I mean, I know we don't have a lot of time. So no, I think just the biggest thing with marketing is just knowing that, success isn't like putting out an incredible blog or an incredible video series or whatever. I think people, they mistake success. Really, at the end of the day, success is just about taking the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's your next step? Whatever that step is, you had success. You know what I mean? Not it's a success, but you had success. Mm-hmm. And I think that when you can have that perspective, it's just like, for us, it's our consistency of taking the next step every day. Guess what we're doing? All we're doing every day is taking a step, no matter what that looks like. And I think that if people looked at success that way, there would be a lot less pressure on having to, like, for us in our business, it's not about getting to that next rank or that next promotion, but it's about what's the step that I'm taking today, right? And it's just so different for people if they focus that way versus the other way, where it can be so stressful, freaking out, not feeling like you're good enough, feeling you have to be a perfectionist. I mean, all that stuff goes out the window if you focus on one thing, taking the next step each day.
Wow, that's a huge nugget. That's a huge nugget for the audience. They should actually write that one down. Take the next step, because you want to learn for the next step, but you also want to take the success that you're learning, and you need to celebrate your success, because you hit a step. You need to celebrate your success, because if you don't, it's going to end up being a grind. And I will post a couple of pictures of this Zoom call, but if you'll see Tony and Sarah, they are always smiling. Their smile is infectious, and it's because they celebrate their successes. They've got a lot of things going on that really make a huge difference for what they're doing. So the next question is, you've been in entrepreneurs for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Rewind 20 years ago. What's the one thing that you would tell yourself or learn to scale your business and make your business increase the speed?
I would dream bigger, faster.
Oh, that's so funny. Wow. That's awesome, because you can say that boom right away. Just tell somebody, dream bigger, faster. Wow. That's a nugget. What about you, Tony?
I'd stop worrying about what other people thought of me or what I think they were thinking. And there were so many times early in my business career, entrepreneur career, that I didn't go for the gold because I was worried about what people would say about me, or if they were going to be talking about me, or if they'd be laughing at me, or if they'd be whispering in other people's ears about me. And it made me not be my best. It made me hang back. It made me stay in mediocrity world and be average. And I just wish that I didn't give a rip. And from the beginning, and just say, you know what? I'm Tony Zolecki. And you know what? If you like me, wonderful. If you don't, no big deal. But I'm going, and I don't care what you think, what you say, what you spread about me. I'm doing my thing, and I'm going. And watch me. And I wish I would have had that attitude.
Because you have that attitude now.
That's right. Yes.
Tony Z, come on.
Tony Z. So thank you. The last question that I have, and I've asked this to every one of my guests. And I really feel it kind of peels back the onion, because everybody, one of my mentors says it's dream, struggle, victory.
Right.
People relate to our struggle. I mean, it should be the biggest part of it, but a lot of times people just see the victory side. So in your business today, what's the one thing that keeps you up at night, good, bad, or both?
I know that life is short, and so I feel like I have an urgency on my life to pay it forward, no matter how I can. And what keeps me up at night is feeling like I'm not going to impact the people I'm supposed to impact if I have a day that I'm lazy, if I have a day that I don't want to have another conversation, or go out and make another connection, or build a relationship, or breathe life into somebody. And so I just think it's important. I don't know. I think that could be good and bad, but I do think that it's important for all of us, especially for people that do have success. And no matter what business that you're in, man, you got to be focused on paying it forward. That's a huge piece in your business. Automatically just doubling and tripling without you even trying is, how are you paying it forward? How are you serving? How are you being of service? Because I promise you, those things in itself, they can take your business into quantum leaps that you could have never done on your own, even if you tried, if you focus on those aspects of your business.
For me, it's how can I reinvent myself? How can I stand out? How can I scale? How can I deliver, my story, my messages, my skill sets to more people faster so they can win, right? I mean, I look at contribution, and there's so many people today that just aren't winning. And I look at how I can be bigger and better and, grow more, learn more, do more, just so I can impact more people so they can win. And I'm not talking about millions of dollars, so to speak, winning for people. I'm just saying, them getting healthier, them making a little extra money, them, stop drinking or using drugs, them, being nicer to their wife or girlfriend or boyfriend, them, maybe tithing more, them maybe more contributing more in their community because of the impact, or because of what I said, or because of a video they watched that I did, or because of, an event I, did that someone let them see, so I always think about, how can I keep getting better and growing? And, a lot of times, we get to a place in our life where we think we got it going on, right? And we're like, well, this is great because, look at how far I've come. Look at, all the great things I'm doing. And that's wonderful. You should, like we talked about earlier on this, is celebrate that, and make sure that's front and center. But no, there's always another level you can go to. No, there's always another notch you can dial it up to. Know that there's always more that really you can unlock. And when you unlock that, what happens is you've just impacted more people. You've just contributed more to the world. You've just, built and, created a bigger legacy, than what maybe it was earlier. So that's kind of the most powerful thing I can talk about as we close this up. And if you really know what you want to do and where you want to go, and you're always kind of adding to that, just make sure that you're just never stopping when it comes to growing and learning and doing, because that can be a big part of your legacy as well.
Wow. So I can sum what you guys just set up in literally 2 words. And it's what I've always thought about you guys, from when I was in Dallas, Texas, and there was 200 people in the room, to when we were in Beverly Hills, to when we were at Zoetree, to when we were at the other escape trip. It's servant leaders. And you guys epitomize what it's like to be a servant leader. If there was something that you could say to just everyone should be on your team, because you guys radiate something that's so amazing and so different and so dynamic that it's hard to explain, just to see your passion and the way that you care about your team and care about the things that you do. And, just as a servant leader, just to who you guys are. So I'm going to let the audience, where can the audience find you guys? And I know you just released something, and we talked about start small. We're about to just kind of blow it up a little bit. So what's the Facebook page? I'm going to put it in the show notes, but what's the Facebook page that we can kind of find more about you guys?
Well, obviously Facebook. You can just go Sarah Zolecki, Tony Zolecki. You'll find us on there. We our whole life is on there. It's just kind of how we live. We're all about breathing life into people, and the more life we can breathe, we feel that they're inspired to take the next step, right? No matter what that step looks like. But we created a Facebook group called Influencers Hangout, and with an S. So Influencers, plural, Hangout. And we created this hangout because guess what? We believe that every single one of us, every single one of you that are listening to this podcast, you are an influencer. It's not someone that's on Instagram. It's not someone that has a big audience. Every day, every single one of us, we influence one way or another. We influence in a bad way, or we influence in a positive way. And so we collectively wanted to create this group where, guess what? We can just get better at influencing, right? Whether it's being a better spouse, being better in our business, being a better friend, being a better sister, being a better neighbor, being better in our community, right? Whatever that looks like, we believe that you need to be at, the best version of yourself when it comes to positively influencing. And so that's why we created it. And we're excited. We just launched it, just getting it moving. We'd love to have you guys be a part of it. Come, engage in that community, be a part of it, learn from it. Let us learn from you as well. We're really excited about that new group that we just launched.
That is so awesome. So what I'll do is I'll put both of your guys' Facebook tags inside the show notes. I'll also put the link to the Influencers Hangout.
Yep.
You guys will get a lot of value. If you've ever listened to Tony or Sarah, and you can listen to what you're hearing right now, you could get it almost every day at the Influencers Hangout, because they are phenomenal people, fantastic motivators, fantastic builders, fantastic leaders. It's just, just to have them to be able to be on the show is a huge, 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 it touches my heart. So thank you guys for being on the show. Guys, remember, always listen to the full outro, because I always give something away for free. Today, we'll probably give away something that has to do with network marketing. So all of you network marketers, listen up. We'll put the links in the show notes for everybody to meet up with Tony and Sarah. And guys, thank you again for coming on board. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you guys on the next edition of Burnt Phone Marketing Radio with Eric Sablon.
Thanks for
having us. See you, everybody.
We all know that the network marketing industry is changing with the evolution of the internet, with the evolution of social media. Well, there's a big secret out there, and it's called The Network Marketing Secrets book by Russell Brunson. And here at Burnt Phone Marketing, we are going to give that book to you for free plus shipping. Just go to www.burntphonemarketing.com/secrets. In this book, you're going to find the 3 secrets to helping to convert people online, just like a 3-way call, just like a home meeting, and just like a hotel meeting. So pick up your free copy today, free plus shipping at www.burntphonemarketing.com/secrets.